In memory of our good friend Joe Brown. Joe lost use of his legs in a car accident while serving in the Air Force in Germany in 1967. He spent a year and a half in the hospital. He saw how other veterans coped with their situations and the importance of volunteers. He lived his life with a spirit of positivity and volunteerism. Joe was a founding member of the Atlantic County Disability Advisory Board, the County Transportation Committee, the Voting Access Committee, the Atlantic County Veterans Museum Planning Committee, and Absecons ADA Committee. Joe was instrumental in efforts to bring the Special Olympics to New Jersey. He helped develop one of the region's first wheelchair basketball teams, and he helped organize a regional group to provide funds for various charitable purposes. He was a founding member of the Donny Fund and the South Jersey Field of Dreams, assisted the Maloney Bike-a-thon, the March of Dimes charity runs, and worked on the project to make Patriot Lake accessible. Joe was the recipient of the Donald J. Sykes Award, the New Jersey Governor's Award for Volunteerism, and the Russ Berry Making a Difference Award. Joe was also a member of the Four Seasons Veterans Club. He was an active member in the United Spinal Association, a delegate for the White House Committee for the Employment of the Handicapped, and worked for the passage of the Americans with Disabilities Act. Joe spearheaded the creation of the county's first accessible beach guide. He was proud of his accomplishment to create a national change in hotel access. After many years of work, he was successful with the U.S. Access Board and the International Code Council. All states slowly adopted his bed law, which is now a code mandating open bed frames in accessible hotel rooms. This allows the passage of a Hoyer lift that makes transfer from a wheelchair to bed possible.
Hi, my name is Joanne Garr. I have worked with Joe Brown for over 15 years. I was part of the Disability Advisory Board with him. I think he was the strongest, most knowledgeable, kindest advocate that I've ever known in all my career. He just had a way of getting things done. He implemented many things while we were on the board, and I wanted to just go through a few of them. One of his major things was to work with the Board of Elections and go around and make sure all the polling places were fully accessible to people. That was a big part of what we did as a board, but Joe was our leader for that. The other piece that he was very involved in is accessibility to the beaches. He would go around and he would teach us how to all go around and look at each beach in Atlantic County and see what was accessible and what was not. And we then did a brochure which explained all the accessible beaches in Atlantic County. So those were two things. There was another issue that he was so proud of, and it was actually a little bit before I got to the board. He was concerned that when people in wheelchairs went to hotels and needed a Hoyer lift, they couldn't get transferred from the wheelchair to the bed. He worked tirelessly for years, writing letters, contacting people. He never gave up until he was able to get the code changed so that now accessible rooms in hotels need to be able to provide an open frame bed so people can transfer, use their Hoyer lift and have a comfortable way to transfer. So I think he was really proud of that, and we've all heard how hard he worked for that. I think with all his tireless efforts and ability to just make people comfortable, he really was able to make a difference. He shared his expertise, he shared his experiences, and I know we on the board are all going to miss him, and I'm personally going to miss him as a friend.